Flash and the Fundamentals. Two complete opposites solve the world. If you're listening on iTunes, don't forget that you can watch these podcasts by subscribing on our Facebook or YouTube channels. Is there any way you could possibly mute that just for the half hour?
No, because I would like to answer it on film, and then that would be real. That means we would be being real.
All right.
This cannot be contrived, man. We need to let these people know that this is some real shit happening right now.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
Look at that smile. It's like, what was that?
I'm like, he's full of shit. He doesn't even know what the topic is today. All right. I will start things off and just go for it.
All right, go for it.
Welcome to Flash and the Fundamentals.
Wonder who's Flash?
This is Mr. Don Full of Love.
And I wonder who's the Fundamentals. Mr. Adam Contras?
Yes, sir. All right, and you do know that the main camera that we're supposed to look in is that middle one.
That's why I'm doing this one, because it's called a cut. We got something to cut away to.
Okay.
But I'm going to look there now.
Okay, fair enough.
And just for the sake of editing, I'm Flash.
Oh, bitch! Don't. Can we get through this? Because I gotta edit this.
You built that, bro.
Oh yeah. That's
you can edit this little thing if you built that.
We will talk about that in a bit. So this is the first episode, and
Yeah,
if you remember our promo that we did,
Don't remember it at all.
yeah. Well, it took about 45 minutes to get 4 minutes of usable footage.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes, indeed.
What was
sir.
it again?
Yes, indeed. What do you mean? When was that?
No, what was it again?
It was the promo.
I know. Remind me of it? Because I remember when we did it.
Oh, I don't know. We were trying to introduce people why we're doing this.
Got
so
you. Okay.
There's going to be a little of that why we're doing this as well.
This is my first podcast ever.
It's going to be very clear. What we're so the way we're going to do this podcast, the way we're going to break this down is we're going to have basically 4 segments.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
First is what's up with you.
Okay.
All right. Second, what's up with you. That comes
Okay.
back to me.
Okay.
The third will be a topic that Don has no idea we're going to talk about.
That's going to be fun.
Okay, I'm just going to say, and boom. And then the final will have to be, the fuck did Trump do now? Like that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like there's just no way.
There's so much to pick.
But we should at least have a moment where we go, okay, we got to at least talk about, bitch still hasn't talked about the fucking Hawaii missile. Like, my God. Anyway, you've read about all that, right?
I can't believe he has zero gravitas.
He's
dude.
just such an idiot.
He's the man. Oh man.
All
Oh,
right,
man.
before we get to that,
I don't even want to talk because.
So we'll have a little graphic that comes by for this part, and we'll start off with Mr. Flash and the Fundamentals. Mr. Flash,
Yes.
what's up with you?
What's up with me? Well, today I just finished playing golf.
Right.
The big kind, where you have to hit the ball a long way. No, I mean as opposed to the precision of golf con.
Oh, that was nicely put. Nicely put.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was getting a good angle for a second. Yeah.
So, I just finished that. I had a fairly decent day, won a little bit of money, so I'm feeling real good about myself right now.
I kind of meant more like, what are you doing? This is the brand new year. It's January. You got big plans for 2018? Like, what are you into? What do you?
I played golf this morning at Knollwood, and
Trying to get him to explain one thing, and I guess I'll tell you what's up with Don. Look at the man cut his hair. Okay?
You told me you weren't going to say that. That's why I wore a hat.
I didn't say that.
That's why I wore a hat so you couldn't see the back. Because you didn't want the world to know that I cut it yet.
No, I didn't say that.
Because of the little video dude.
What little video dude?
The dude on your video game.
Well, I mean, I'm also going to be skinny and 5 years younger in that video game. I mean, that's just the way it is. I'm not going to have this beard. I can't change it every month.
Oh, okay.
But no, I mean...
Yeah, I cut my hair.
I've known him at least about 3-4 years now, and that was his hair was his power.
Yeah. it was Samson-esque.
Yeah, and so what made you cut your hair, sir?
Man, it's a whole new year. It's a whole new day. It's a whole new me, man.
Whole new decade's coming up.
Yeah, man. I think I'm going to try and be a movie star again.
Okay.
I think now that I'm in the, what do you call it? The spring of my season. Don't say anything funny.
The spring.
Yes, the spring. Yes, the spring. As I stated, don't say anything funny.
All right. If you figure out how to live to 135,
life
that's
springs
awesome.
eternal.
Okay, fair enough. Wait, 135, that still wouldn't be spring. That'd be summer. Sorry. Either way, that's awesome. No, it looks really good.
Look at us.
It's odd.
Look at me.
Yeah, who's older?
And look at him.
I know.
All I gotta say.
Yeah, no, listen. I'm doing something different right now. It's called going fucking crazy. I guess we'll go to what's up with me. Why don't you ask me?
Yeah, you know what? I got a question for you. What's up with you?
Oh my God, dude. My life is nuts right now.
Hasn't it been?
Yeah, man. All my life is trying to keep that car running. And
Oh, that DeLorean.
and it's not. Did you see me get towed and then the tow truck broke down? Did you see that? I mean that's pretty much.
You can't make this up, man.
Dude, I tell you, some lady tried to ram me with her truck. Oh,
No.
dude, everything.
Some lady tried to ram you with her truck.
I mean, this is a whole podcast in and of itself. But I was on a gig where my battery went on fire.
Oh, wow.
Okay, and so like it ends up because I finally found there was a short. Not to get into the Kenny thing all over again, but it seems that the end of the cable, the starter cable that was attached to the starter, a little too oversized and was resting on the body of the starter.
It was resting on the body of the starter?
Big, huge metal.
So a little arcage take place?
Yeah, that was kind of where it was grounded. So it wouldn't, you only use the starter for half a second.
Wow, that's a big design flaw. That's dangerous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So when, it was stalling and I go to start it, I was holding it down for a good 30, 40 seconds. Well, guess what I did? I melted the wire into the battery. It, Anyway, so then my clutch goes out. So I can't stop the car because it won't start. And I can't change gears because I don't have a clutch anymore. So I finally get it started in first gear and I tell the crew, I'm just going to loop around. And you get your shots. They had all these shots I wanted to get. Drone shots, this shot, that shot, blah, blah. Just going up and down the street, up and down the street. Well, apparently, an old lady in that neighborhood, not a big fan.
Well, that car is kind of loud.
Yeah, a little bit. And she told me to get out of here. And I'm like, well, the fuck are you going to
Get out of here.
Right.
Did she say make like a tree?
No, she's like, get out of here. She was angry.
Did you see what I did there?
Yeah, I know. You
Thank
went
you.
Back to the Future. So I tell the guys, I say, hey, man, she's going to call the cops. You need to hurry this up. They're like, okay. Oh, she doesn't call the cops. She gets in her truck and she pulls it out in the middle of the road and is like, and so I go around her and she goes to fucking hit me. And so then I go and then I have to stop.
You wanted that. See, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is real life. I'll call you right back. I'm in the middle of a podcast and
This is the shit.
it's a story going on. You'll see it. You'll hear it. I don't know if podcasts or broadcast or they're, I don't know. Anyway, talk to you in a minute.
All right, man. So,
See,
who was it?
you knew that was going to happen.
No, I didn't. I asked you to turn
You
it
did.
off.
You asked me to turn it off because you knew it was going to happen because I'm a very busy man and
Yeah,
it might
yeah,
ring.
yeah.
But anyway,
So-
you were saying she tried to ram you with the truck.
Anyway, I stopped the car and that was the end of it. And the good thing is that it ended the shoot and it wasn't my fault.
And you still got paid.
And I still got paid.
It's a beautiful thing. She helped you.
Kinda, in an indirect way. And then, I get towed and then the tow truck breaks down. Brakes go out and then I get another tow and I finally get home. Yeah, it was ugly. A bad day. So I'm working on the car.
Oh my God. Everything about this story about this car is...
It was one of the most exhausting, and it was on Kenny's birthday. Because of fucking course it was. Anyway, but...
Of course
Yeah, so
it
my whole
was.
life is working on that car. Yes, I want to do the video game. Obviously, I just finished this at the bar. It's our new leaderboard. I'm not sure if you can tell. We'll have to do a B-roll cutaway to show that that's moving.
Yeah, it's
Which
like
is-
real.
it's-
Dun, 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 dun. No, that's National Geographic.
dun, dun,
That's
dun.
National
World Wild
Geographic.
Sports.
Something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what's up with me in January. Oh, and Talia's not pregnant.
Okay, I didn't know that there was a possibility that she
There was about 3 hours where we thought it was a possibility. And if you thought I had some anxiety before about losing my business and all that, put another baby.
A third baby?
Dude, it was yeah, but everything's clear. Called the urologist, got an appointment on Monday. Haha. All right. So
I don't know what that means, but
yeah, because fuck that. Oh my God. It's been a stressful start of the year for Mr. Contras. And that's why I haven't shaved this beard yet. This is usually a December thing. Oh, no. Until I start feeling a bit less taxed. We're just going to grow this thing to my fucking nuts.
whoa.
All right.
All righty then. Well,
So I guess I have a little more going on. I have a little
yeah,
more to
you
talk
got
about.
a lot more to talk
Sorry
about
about
than Don does. Don is pretty much just normal day by day.
Playing golf, cutting his hair.
Playing golf, cutting my hair.
All right, fair enough. So now we're going to get to the topic at hand.
Now I can swim though.
Now you can swim.
I can swim now because I won't be afraid of my locks getting full of water and pulling my head back and drowning.
Is that what kept you from swimming?
No, but I think it's a good story point.
Okay, I was going to say.
Yeah.
I thought you just didn't you were scared of swimming.
No.
I didn't know.
I was in the Navy, dude.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Scared to swim it. Here he goes with the stereotypes.
Oh shit! I didn't call it a stereotype. I thought you said that.
Yeah, the black guy. He doesn't
Oh,
swim.
okay. Well, the topic is not going to be race. But
Oh, that's the most happening thing in the country. Why not, dude?
like there isn't a lot happening in the country right now. This is the year to have a podcast. No, I did not know what the topic was going to be today until I read a story last night about Mr. Aziz Ansari.
Dude.
Okay.
Oh my God,
so
dude.
we're going to talk about the Me Too movement, and because I lost my fucking mind last night. That was the moment I went, all right, I know I'm not supposed to talk about this because I have a penis, but are you fucking kidding me?
Dude.
Did you read the whole thing?
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It just
This
makes
guy
no
might
sense.
lose all of his
It
opportunities.
just makes no sense. She was compliant with everything.
Yes.
And went for it and loved it and enjoyed it.
Maybe no, she said in her inner mind she would rather not be doing it, yet did it anyway.
Continually.
All right, let's run it down real quick.
You know, there's some slime ball dudes out there that do this. That situation.
Worst night of her life, by the way. Anyway, we got to break down real quick. So a girl writes this article, essay about, you know, I went on a date with Aziz Ansari. It was the worst night of my life. And I'm like, oh my God. So I fucking hit this thing.
Listen to these horrible things he did.
All right, so I'm going to tell you exactly what she said happened. Mind you, we don't have any information from Mr. Ansari, right? We're believing 1,000% what she said. And I actually believe 1,000% for what she said. So they meet up, they both have the same camera at a red carpet event. And they start flirting and, you know, go out on a date. They go out on a date. Aziz is kind of ready to go. She doesn't even finish her food. He's like, let's do this. Let's go back to my place. And she's a little put off by that, right? But she's like, yeah, I'll go back to your place. I am not, now hang on, I'm not one of those guys that says if you go back to somebody's apartment, that means you're going to have sex.
Not at all.
I don't believe that.
100%.
All right, so I'm just going to say that. So they go back, they start making out.
However.
All right, yeah, and this is going to be a little crass. I'm just gonna let you guys know there's no way to describe this story without it being a little crass.
It's not crass because everybody that's watching has done these things.
No, but
anyway,
the way I'm
continue.
going to explain it is going to be crass. So they're making out, and she notices his marble countertop in his kitchen, right? And he throws her up there. She says he throws her up there, but I'm like, Aziz is...
He's a little guy.
I don't see him doing that. Anyway, she's on the counter, and he goes down on her, right? She reciprocates by blowing him. This is what we got so far, right? Her inner monologue was she didn't really want to do this. It was moving a little too fast for her, but she never said anything. They exchange oral sex. She goes to the bathroom. She's thinking that's going to be the end of it. But they go onto the couch. They start making out again. She blows him again. So we're at 2. He feels this is fucking lucky time. So he moves to a part of the house. I don't know what, he's got a big mirror. And he tries to bend her over in front of this mirror. Right? At this point, she's starting to feel uncomfortable again. And she says, I don't want to do this. And he goes, cool, let's watch some Seinfeld. So they watch some Seinfeld. Then she goes, I want to go home.
These are crazy times.
And he gets her a fucking car. And they sends her home. And that's it. That's all that happens. That's all that happens. That's all that she says happens. And then she texts him how upset and hurt she was by how sexually motivated that man was. And he goes, oh, fuck, I'm completely sorry. She quotes his texts and he said, dude, I had no idea you felt like that. I'm so sorry. And that's the end of it. That's
Until it goes to press.
Until now, it goes to press worldwide. I saw it in the UK. I saw it all over Europe. It's blown up that he has now been accused of sexual assault. Donald, full of love. What in the serious fuck is happening? Because I don't get this, man. Do you have? I don't. What the fuck was he supposed to do?
What's supposed to happen is, man, it's like with famous people, you just really got to protect yourself because that looks obviously like a setup to me. I mean, you know, there are women out there that have truly been sexually assaulted.
Of course.
But I mean, if you're sitting there and you're getting ate out,
right.
It's like, No, stop. Give me a break.
Okay, but even that, listen, I also believe you can have oral sex and then say I don't want to have regular intercourse, and
Absolutely.
that's completely acceptable.
100%.
One does not equal the other, and when she didn't want to have regular sex, he said, okay, let's watch Seinfeld.
Yeah, that's one of those things that even the women will have to stand behind and go like, this is okay. That's going to make us look a little crazy.
We're getting to a line where, I mean, I don't know where this stops. Now, you just brought up something that I didn't think about. There's a celebrity angle in this, in that
especially at this time, we're in a reality TV life right now. A celebrity is in trouble for anything they do.
Well, it feels like she wanted him to be a certain thing, right? Aziz Ansari. He's, a very woke gentleman of this new Me Too movement, right? He seems very feminist.
He did everything right.
Right, and that's the thing. He did exactly. I think she was upset that he only wanted to have sex with her. I think that's it.
Yeah, she didn't something further or whatnot.
Right, I think it was clear he wanted that, obviously. And she said he wasn't reading her nonverbal cues. You blowing him twice is a pretty big nonverbal cue.
That's nonverbal, but it's a different cue.
I mean, what the hell is it? Right? Okay, so that's part one of this that's making me crazy. Now let's talk about this the way men would talk about this if we weren't being filmed. And that's the reason I want to do this. I want to get you used to this. You want to know what my first thought was?
What?
Well, clearly he didn't make her come on that countertop.
Clearly
he didn't.
Clearly he didn't ring her bell.
Because had he, we would not be talking about this, Mr. Full of clearly his game is not working because, and I do actually have a tiny issue with that. Meaning, if you do that and it's not working,
why do you do it again?
Why do you keep going? Why do you? I mean, how personal do we want to get? I actually feel bad for him that all this shit's being put on blast here. But, I mean, you didn't knock it out. Maybe she's just not that into you. Right?
Far be it from me to speculate on anyone's sexual proclivities.
Well, I guess I don't know.
However, that was quite the interesting situation. Like I said, that one right there, out of all the ones that I've heard, that one's kind of... That's in a gray area.
Well, the Al Franken one is in a gray area too, because he also handled it exactly the way you want somebody to handle it, which is to say...
But everybody wants to be angry right now. This is an era where everybody wants to be angry and outraged. So outrage takes the form of any accusation.
Aziz is probably gonna lose everything. I mean...
That would be sad.
What did he do?
That would be sad. That I would hope that,
I mean, I'm just trying to sit here and wrap my head around this. What is the future for my kids? Is there going to be an app that people have to say, I would like to have this, I won't do this, click, connect, and do it? I mean, what the shit?
I say this all the time to celebrity friends.
Celebrity friends?
Yeah, celebrity friends, because it tends to happen more with celebrities.
I didn't think about the celebrity aspect of it, because that's totally true.
But because of the whole Me Too movement, it's gone cross-platform now.
Yeah.
But it's always been in show business, man. Always. And I tell my celebrity friends, just be cool.
What? Never have sex with anybody? Presume?
No, but a lot of times, man, alcohol and maybe a little this and a little that will play into the thing, and everybody is all groovy and everything, But there's one side that has a whole lot to lose and one side that has nothing to lose. So you got to really balance that thought process. Is this worth it for this particular experience?
How
do you know? How do you know?
She blew him twice.
Yeah.
So can you explain to me what he could have done that would have avoided this situation?
Well,
I mean, other than a hooker, other than literally hiring a hooker, what else is there to do?
Yeah.
You don't have a choice.
Yeah, you actually do have a choice.
What?
If I meet you at a restaurant,
okay,
I'm a little older now. I don't mean you,
right?
But if I meet a hot chick at a restaurant,
yes,
and I spend, we're going to say, less than an hour just talking and doing whatever it is that we're doing, and an hour later, she's on my knob,
right?
I can't get with that dynamic, man. I mean, I guess because I'm a little longer in the tooth and I have seen what that has done in the past.
Yeah.
I would just be aware of that.
You would think that
Lawsuits,
she's doing something.
Yes.
There's
you know what?
something there.
I would be more inclined to want to do that on a second occasion,
Right.
as opposed to like, wow, I met you, you're hot, let's go have crazy sex. But I'm older. When
Yeah.
I was younger, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
You know, 100%. But looking back on it, man, you got to really protect yourself against that stuff, because there's true victims and then there's unscrupulous users.
No, and of course, I mean, and what frustrated me about this is that I have so many females that are close to me, right, who have been assaulted and who did the exact same thing this woman did and then got raped at that apartment. Actually raped. And then he went into the bathroom and waited for her to leave, raped. Like, this is not...
No.
Yeah,
That's
so
I
that's
get
what
that.
rape,
I get
right.
it. No, I get that.
So, but again, I'm glad you're here now. It never occurred to me that as a celebrity, you just have to draw shit out and get a feel for things. And if you just want to have sex, you, as Charlie Sheen says, you pay them to leave. You pay them to leave.
Yeah.
It's not to come.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, it's not to. No, I didn't mean. But it's not to have the sex. That's easy if you're a celebrity. It's that they go away and there's no question to ask.
It's a slippery slope, man. That's all I
Man,
gotta
that's
say.
rough, dude. That poor guy. I hope this is a moment where we all have a. I've been cheering the Me Too movement since it happened. Okay, because I was like, finally, these assholes are gonna get what's coming to them. And the only thing I can say negative about Aziz was, clearly your game wasn't that good.
You know,
and that's mean.
It's like fishing, dude. It's like commercial fishing. You cast a big ass net to get the big fish that you want. And
have you ever been accused of something?
No, because I don't do anything.
Oh, fuck off.
No, I don't do anything. I don't put myself in that position. I swear.
No, I'm saying, have you ever been accused of sex, of going too far, all that? None of it.
No.
It's always.
I fortunately for me, I can read body language. I can read. I can listen. And if the vibe is not like, it's like, okay, I'm good.
Right.
You know, I'm good.
Right.
Seriously, it's never been a situation like it, ever.
Yeah.
And it never will be. I don't care who you are listening or looking. It never will be.
Twice in my life, not as an adult, but when I went to a Catholic school.
Well, there's automatically going to be some stuff going on.
Well, no, the issue that you run into in a Catholic school
those nuns have some habits.
No, I'm not cute. That's a dad joke. That's a granddad joke. That's ugly. There's so much guilt and pressure to sex for women, right? That any sexual act, if asked about, they'll say, "Oh, he made me do it." You see what I'm saying?
The repression is high.
Right, and it has nothing to do with what happened. Right. So there were two examples where I had completely consensual sex, and they later admitted that. But in the heat of the moment, she told the new boyfriend, "Oh, he forced me." And that new football player boyfriend,
a bigger guy,
picked my ass up and threw me across the fucking field. And I had no problem walking right up to her and going, "Here's exactly what happened." And I fucking said, "That's not how it happened. You asked me if you'd think I was a blank," and I just said it all. She starts crying. She runs away. He beats me up again. And that was ugly because that was my reputation, which is everything in high school. I later talked to him at the end of the year, and he goes, "Yeah, I knew it was bull. I knew it was full of shit, but she's my girlfriend. What am I going to do?" And we made up, and, it's not a big deal.
And I'm a jock.
Right. He's like, it was just, this is what happens next. And it wasn't, in the end, it wasn't a big deal. It wasn't litigious. There was no social media. Holy fuck, I can't imagine. But, that even made me a bigger feminist, because the reason she felt like she had to do that was because that religion and that society said any sexual activity by a woman makes you a slut. So she was so ashamed of it, it had to be, right? And I that's awful. I hope we get past that. Clearly, that's not, you're 17. That's what you fucking do when you're 17. But other than that, in my adult life, no, because I'm a pussy. Like, I've never had a game. I've never, tried to hit on women. We talk, and it's pretty clear, and I'm pretty honest, and I say it right out from the bat. You want to do this? Like, okay, and then that's the end of it. So, it's never come up for me. The whole Me Too movement has been fine with me because it has always been a mutual, always. I don't even think my junk would work
in a
if it
forced
wasn't-
situation.
I don't even.
It's just not a mutual
There's-
thing. It's like, yeah.
I don't even if you're not even if you kind of want to, I don't want to have anything to do with you. You know, that's part of the reason I'm giving him shit for the countertop and not making her come, because you want a good blowjob, make her come.
Well, now I'm not gonna go out on that limb. I don't know if he did or
You're
not.
like a blowjob is a blowjob.
I don't know if he did or not. I mean, that's speculation.
I guess that is speculation, but I'm sorry. Come on.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, look at the story. Look at how she
Yeah.
released the story.
Yeah,
This is a
that's true.
story that on its face seems absolutely ridiculous.
Yes.
But, it's obviously serious to her for some reason.
I mean, I just, and the way, what kills me is the way it's being picked up. Meaning, it becomes a headline. The headline gets shared all over the world, and you read the comments. Most of the people did not read the story.
Right.
Because if you read the
No, they read the headline
Right.
and that's it, and then start commenting.
and he's in the Louis C.K. fucking category. And you're like, how the fuck?
The funny thing is, you have a president who can literally say, I move in on him like a bitch and grab him by the pussy. And he is Teflon, and all these guys are falling like dominoes.
No, I mean, I guess that's a good segue into,
Well, you'll have to edit it, but God.
what? Why we gotta edit?
Oh, I said you said a segue, so
No, I
thought it
said
was
that was a good segue into talking about
Oh.
Mr. Trump. Holy shit. dude.
I'm just amazed myself. I may run for fucking president.
Yeah. I mean, that's when you know we're in trouble. When you're like, maybe Donald Fuller would be a pretty good president. Like I remember thinking that when he was running and he actually got the nomination. I'm like, okay, hang on. I think actually I would be a better president. Like, are we really? I'd be an awful president. I'd write a bunch of songs whenever I was sad. Like, I'd be the worst president ever, but I would at least have some fucking decorum. This coming from a guy who says fuck every other word, drinking whiskey. So, Mr. Trump, I don't know where you start, but this year has not been good for him already. We are only, 2 weeks into it? Less than? Holy Christ. How many... every day I wake up waiting to see what happened to Hawaii yesterday happened.
That was crazy.
Yeah, so that's, I guess, at the moment, the biggest story about Trump this second. Which
Has he even commented on it yet?
has not, it's been a day, he hasn't said a word about it. Not a word. Forget the fact that he had his...
Well, I'm sure there were some fine missiles that weren't launched on both sides.
Listen, I think we should also...
Okay, did you see what I did
Yeah,
right
no,
there?
no. Right. I think what's amazing is that part of us should be happy that he's so inept. He didn't have time to think about
here's the
sending a
deal.
nuke back.
But here's the deal. You speak of inept. I got to honestly believe that he's not in control of the game. I got to believe that.
What, dementia-wise?
No. I mean, I got to believe that he's not in control of everything that's happening. In other words, on a militaristic basis. I got to believe he's bluster. He's got a general who is his chief of staff.
Right.
He's got a lot of really solid military people that are on the team. They understand the gravity of warfare.
And they just don't tell him.
I gotta believe that people spoon feed this guy what he wants to hear and do what needs to be done.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I mean, I think it's kind of clear.
It's very clear. This man needs to be, what do you call it? Validated, praised every day of the week.
Yeah.
Every hour of the day.
Yeah, I mean, what's awful is that the reason this false alarm was so scary for those poor people. Did you read? I mean,
it was Hawaii. There's a history there.
There's a history, and of course, Trump has literally been getting in fucking like shouting matches on social media with Kim Jong-un. Like,
yeah,
he's literally having rap battles with this motherfucker.
I don't find that escalating anything. You know why I don't find it escalating anything? Simply by virtue of the fact that I think that Kim Jong-un is playing his cards to not fall into what happened to Saddam Hussein, what happened to Muammar Gaddafi when they gave up their nuclear aspirations. So he's not going to attack South Korea.
No, I agree. I agree with that. However, that means you're having more hope in the rationality of Kim Jong-un
than Donald Trump. You are damn right.
Fuck.
How scary is that?
We are living in the craziest times of our lives. Like, this is...
All that little dude, that little fat dude, all he's doing is protecting his little pond. That's all he's doing is protecting his little pond.
Yeah.
He's got China over here. If he gets too out of hand, China's going to be like, you're messing up our money. We're going to shut you down.
Yeah.
We'll let you play in your little pond.
Right.
But you got the president of the United States, and he gets everybody all fired up. We're going to go to war.
Right. And the people in Hawaii, they got that. They got the text I think I'm going to get every fucking time I wake up. Every day that I wake up, and this is what I will be telling my grandchildren about.
38 minutes, though, dude. They couldn't correct that for 38 minutes?
Every day. Every day. This is the thing we will always tell our the one thing I will tell my grandchildren is the scariest thing about 9/11 was there was a period where we were still under attack and we didn't know what was next. That's something that I don't hear a lot of people ever talking about. They talk about the planes coming and the towers going down or whatever, but do you remember watching TV going, what's next?
What's happening next?
And we were just waiting to see who, it was this big 4 or 5 hour awfulness. And the second thing I have to tell everybody, and we'll explain to everybody, is every day we wake up and anything that comes on our phone will go, yeah,
it's coming.
I guess that's what happens. I don't know if you've seen Mark Maron's new Netflix, but he said if he woke up, it's very funny. He says, if I woke up and somebody told me, did you hear they're making the Grand Canyon a landfill? He'd go, oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's what, because we're now rationalizing the craziest shit.
We are conditioned. We are idiocracy.
We're conditioned. It's traumatic. It's post-traumatic stress.
We are idiocracy. I saw Idiocracy for the first time 2 years ago. And I thought to myself, this is the most ridiculous, corny movie I've ever seen in my life. And then this happened.
Oh, yeah. And the thing about Idiocracy that scares you is, if that's why, just stupid people having more babies, well, how's that gonna fucking get better? And finally, I gotta mention, Obama finally said what I had hoped he would say for 5-6 years.
What is that? Different
yes.
information sources?
I've only been saying this for 1,000 goddamn years on Facebook. People are talking about Trump. The problem isn't Trump. The problem is our information is beyond broken. It's irreparable, and you have people that literally read about a different world. A completely different world. Fuck Fox. He still thinks it's Fox News. It's not Fox News.
Well, no, Fox News
is social media. That's one of 90.
Fox News is like the banner for that because it has such a broad-based appeal.
Dude.
But you're right. Social media.
Yeah. No, Fox News is 3 million people. Fox News is 3 million people a day.
But it's the 3 million oldsters that vote.
That's not. 63 million people voted for Trump. It's not. It's
more
Fox.
than 3 million people watch Fox, but anyway.
Every day. Ahead. I mean, that's their daily cum or whatever. Who knows? But that's not the issue. The issue is that when you go on Facebook and you only keep a list of friends that agree with you, and it's only
bubble.
Right. They only keep a list of friends that agree with you.
The bubble grows and grows.
Your news feed becomes all news filtered by that bubble. So it looks like you're getting news from everywhere, but you're getting the same bullshit and nothing penetrates it. It's impossible to find it.
I think the word is impregnable.
Right, and that's the problem. Fox News, you know what you're getting when you get Fox News. Even the people that love Fox News, they know. They know that this is what makes them feel good. On your Facebook feed, however, you think that you're just getting a lot of news from a lot of sources. But what you don't realize is you're only getting it filtered through your friends that
what
felt
I
the
didn't
need to
realize
share.
Is how many damn trolls there are.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow.
Right. And so then to make money, the people, they make clickbait that they know the trolls are going to, or the people are going to grab. It's all completely fake.
And then the trolls are going to grab them and get them all worked up.
So we're fucked unless Zuckerberg decides not to run for fucking president and at least fix Facebook.
Well, I think they were going through some new fixes. I heard recently they're going through some fixes.
I hate to say censorship, but they need to censor it. There needs to be an ethical standard of what is able to be shared on Facebook. You are the New York Times for 2018.
And it propagates flat out falsehoods.
Yeah, like just fucking
flat out.
It's very easy to fact check some of this shit. It's not even trying to be reputable. So, I mean, and finally, in Obama's interview with Letterman, he finally said what I was praying somebody would tell him, because he's in his own bubble, because he's the fucking president, that, oh, by the way, people don't like you because of shit you didn't do. Right? You ever talk to like a guy who really hates Obama, and then you ask him what you don't like about him, and he tells you, and you go, that didn't happen. Right? That's a problem. That's never been true before. I cannot think of a time in my life where we didn't like a president for something that actually didn't happen. That's weird. I know why I didn't like Bush.
It comports to the idea that they have in their head already.
Yeah, but even if it didn't, how are they supposed to get the news? All of their friends are their news sources, and they don't even realize it because the Facebook makes it look official.
I love how you get very emotionally.
This pisses me off, man.
Yeah. Donald Trump, when he ran for president, he told you point blank. The one thing
Yes.
about Donald Trump is
He
he
was
will
the
tell
most
you
honest motherfucker.
he's
on
the
planet.
most honest motherfucker ever, and he says such outlandish stuff that you're like, oh, he's kidding. He says, I love the uneducated.
Yeah.
Break that down for a minute.
Yeah, dude.
Just break that. I love the uneducated. It wasn't a throwaway statement. He was telling you.
Yes. And people that hate Donald Trump, I'm always like, why do you hate Donald Trump? Donald Trump is and always has been Donald Trump. There's no, it's exact. He hate the people. The problem is the electorate that decided that was a good fucking idea. We're gonna talk to next week. Next month we have Jay Aaron on, who is the director of Back in Time, a documentary that me and Don were in about Back to the Future.
Of course.
And he voted for Trump.
I wasn't gonna say it. You did it.
He voted for Trump, and he tries to make a defense for it. And you can tell he's feeling some heat. By the way, I did his podcast, and he never released it because I made him look bad.
Because of Trump?
I know. Yeah, I didn't mean to. I didn't realize he didn't want to talk about it. He's going to talk about it on our fucking podcast. But I said, at the end of the day, no matter what you tell me, you had news sources about Hillary Clinton. There are things you believe about Hillary Clinton that aren't true, and there are things that you believed about Trump that also weren't true, that made you think that was a reasonable choice. Okay? That's the problem.
Yeah.
He's so clearly not a reasonable choice. I mean,
but you know what? To some, he is.
But I think the idea of Hillary was so bad.
The idea of Hillary, you got to realize that I sit up and watch all these black pastors.
Right.
Sing the praises of Donald Trump. It almost makes me catatonic.
Where?
Just the other day with the Martin Luther King.
Oh, but there's the one. There's always going to be one in every family.
No, it's not that one, dude. He's got like 5 core black pastors.
He's got 5 black people.
with huge what do you call it, congregations.
Right.
And the way they sing his praises. So what you're saying is like, he wasn't an obvious choice, or he wasn't a reasonable choice. He was a reasonable choice to a lot of people.
Well, I think the way he was portrayed and with the information given to them. Listen, 10 years ago, it was a parody on The Simpsons about who would be the worst president of all time, and we all kind of agreed, oh my God, that'd be awful, right? So, 2 things happened. We lowered the bar for what we think a president does, and I think that's one of the bigger things that happened with Obama too, which is they made what he was doing seem so awful, nothing, right?
Nothingness.
Unaware of just the amount of
amazing
things that a president does that isn't legislation.
Any president.
Yeah, and there's so many things we don't know about that a president does that doesn't get the news because it isn't a major piece of legislation. They lowered that to the point where Trump would be reasonable. And second, I guarantee you ask the black pastors and their congregation about Pizzagate, and I guarantee you they believe it happened.
I don't know so much about Pizzagate. Well, they've never really discussed it on the different shows that I've seen.
If you hear them talk,
I've heard about Pizzagate on with other ethnicities, if you will. The idiot that went there to shoot somebody for child pornography or.
There's so much unbelievable amounts of information on Hillary that's negative. Listen, I hated Hillary. I mean, I'll say right off the bat, I found her she'd come on the TV and be like, ugh, fuck, and I'd hit mute because I didn't feel any genuineness from her, right? I just couldn't. Of course I voted for her. Are you fucking kidding? You know? Oh, you know what else?
You voted for her?
Of course I voted for Hillary.
Ask me who I voted for.
I know you voted. Here's what's funny. Next week we're going to have next month we're going to have 3 people here. They all voted for different people in the election.
It's not a big secret. I voted for Goldie Wilson.
Yeah, that's some funny shit. In California, you can get away with it. Clearly she was going to take California.
Right.
But if you'd been in a swing state, I'd have punched you in the face. If you would, that would, I mean, really.
Jill Stein.
Fuck Jill Stein. Come on. I mean, so yeah, I have zero hope on the future because I believe that until we fix our information system, it just doesn't. There's no way to we have to agree on the same facts.
So would one suggest that perhaps George Orwell was right in some form?
We're in
just
trouble.
a little bit before.
Well, and the biggest thing to take away from what Trump has done in that first year is by calling the actual media fake, he now has his own state-run media, and he didn't even have to do anything to do it. Basically, his media informs his base, which is all unbelievable horseshit, and they now think Mueller's completely dirty. He isn't. I mean,
you know what? I'm not worried about that. I really honestly believe that all of the deflection and all of the fake news and all of the FBI is corrupt. I really do believe that that's a deflection. I really do believe Mueller has some money laundering stuff on him. Yeah. No obstruction. That's blah, blah, blah. What was the other one? Collusion? Blah, blah, blah. I believe it's money laundering, and the collusion has to do with all of those loans.
Right. So
and if he gets fired, I got to believe that information is going to slip through the cracks somewhere.
My point is, who cares if he gets indicted for money laundering? He's not going to jail. They're not going to impeach him.
I got to believe if that was the case, there'd be a bloodbath in next
No,
November.
man.
Next November would be a bloodbath.
The GOP.
I got to give the American people, and not that 30.
Not the American people.
No. Not that 30 some odd percent of people that are his base.
All right.
I'm talking about the ones that stayed home, the ones that voted for Bernie Sanders, the ones that voted for Hillary, the ones that voted for Jill Stein. All of them, they're not, even the ones that voted for him that were pissed at Hillary. I gotta believe that other 60, 70% of Americans are seeing what's going on and will do something at the ballot box. I gotta believe that. I'll find out in November.
But I understand. I have no doubt that the Democrats will take over the House and the Senate. I don't think that's not hard to believe. But you do know you need 67. You need 2/3 of the Senate to remove him.
Of course.
That's not going to happen.
Well, even if they don't remove him, even if the other party takes over,
he won't be able to do anything.
He won't be able to do anything. He'll be a 3-year lame duck.
I mean, I don't know, man. I think that the GOP is only going to play towards the base, and as long as his numbers with that base stay strong enough,
they're going to stay with it.
Listen, 35% is fine. The reason being, 50% of the people don't fucking vote.
That's the point I'm trying to make. But I think that the idiocy that's taking place is going to energize folks.
All right, so Mr. Don Full-Love has hope. Mr. Contras does not. And I will keep growing this beard.
Honesty. Decency, integrity.
So you will follow this beard as we go along the.
So wait a minute, what's the deal with the beard? So you're gonna grow it for how long? What?
As I said in the video about the bad day with the car.
Right.
Every time I look in the mirror, that dude looks exactly the way I feel. And until that changes.
Wow, change gonna come.
Right. And when that comes, maybe I'll clean up, get my hair nice, and we'll be like two stylish. But at the moment,
Adam and I are going to clean up this country.
Right. At the moment,
one podcast at a time. Pessimism is not the way to go, man. You cannot be pessimistic.
It's not pessimism. It's realism.
Okay, with realism that is rooted in slight pessimism.
Show me how we're going to fix the information problem, and I will be the most positive, ambitious motherfucker on the planet. But if you can't show me how that's fixed, none of it matters.
By raising your children.
I am what?
No, what I'm saying. Listen, what? No, brother. By raising your children, man. I'm not talking about you, man.
Right.
I'm talking good parenting. That's all I'm talking about. Good parenting. I look at my kids, man. My kid.
I was about to say.
And his generation and other people. There's hope there, man.
Of course.
There's hope there, man. The thing that they don't have is the money, and it's the money that's driving all the insanity right now because there's so much money concentrated at the top. There's just so much dough.
I guess, man.
I gotta believe it'll get better, man.
Money has never meant shit to me. I guess I don't understand. It really, I'm weird like this, man. Maybe that should be a topic. I have never. I want a roof over my head, and I want to eat. And
my uncle used to tell me all the time. He said, "Money is not everything, but it's way in front of whatever's second."
I couldn't disagree. I am. Listen, it's unfair for me to talk about this because clearly I'm a little strange. right?
Clearly.
It's what I do with my money is shit like that, right? That to me, which is it's a $350 HDTV, right? Like that's a 4K. That's amazing. That makes me happier than anything a new car. It makes me happier to know I built something that didn't exist before. That's exciting to me. Being creative, that's exciting to me. Building GolfCon, that's exciting. Making the video game, that's what the money aspect of it. It doesn't. Honest to Christ, doesn't matter.
Therein lies the differences in human beings.
That's the difference between Flash and the fundamentals.
That's right, because I want toys.
You want lots of toys.
I want lots of fun. I want carpe diem.
Carpe?
You know, I'm from the other side. I say carp.
Carpe.
You know, carpe diem. You know,
That's
carp the fish diem.
Got it.
Seize the day, baby.
I feel like I'm seizing the day. Every day I'm doing something. Every single time you see me, you're like, oh, you must have so much time on your hands. But it's like the 9th project I've done that week. So clearly I don't have so much time on my hands, do I? Fucking guy's an hour late. You know what I could have done in an hour?
An hour. You know what, man?
Oh, hey, by the way,
What?
did you get the text about Sean tonight? You don't have
Oh,
to.
yeah.
If you're doing something, whatever. But I just thought it would be nice to send that guy
I've been
out.
up since 5 this morning. We'll see what happens.
You're going home and going to sleep, but I'll text you or whatever. No, I feel bad. The guy, I have a friend who's going to China for the rest of his life, and we came over to have like a bon voyage party, and I had him watch The Fastest Lawyer in the World, which is the most fucking depressing documentary.
I didn't know he was a pilot.
Yeah, he's a very good.
What
pilot.
does he fly? 757s?
Everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a ATP. Transport pilot.
Yeah, and he does basically like the private jets and flies famous people around.
All right, charter pilot.
Yeah. And,
well, he's still ATP.
Yeah. That's what he did when he was here. Now he's in China doing,
Thank God they have American aviators going to China because.
Oh, really? Is it bad?
Oh, dude, because of the fact that that culture has like, if you're the captain and you're messing up,
right?
And I'm the first officer, and I'm saying to myself, okay, we're gonna die. Look, that's completely wrong. I'm looking, it's completely wrong. You can't tell him.
No.
It's a hierarchy thing.
I had no idea.
Yeah, that's what was the deal with that plane that crashed in San Francisco, man. Those guys are trained technician systems operators. So instead of looking out the window and flying the daggone airplane,
right? No shit. Oh.
Look out the window. It's a clear day. Oh. Look out the window, land the airplane. Don't rely on the guidance system. They relied on the guidance system and it was faulty and they screwed up.
Wow.
But that's one of the things I was saying. I digress. But the fact that he's going over there, I love it that American pilots are going to fly in other countries because American pilots are trained way better. Than most.
But the point is that I wanted to him have a good night, and he loved the movie, by the way. But it's not a rah. It kind of is, but it's heavy.
The popcorn was good.
The popcorn's very good. It's a great movie. Thanks for fucking slamming it. But the popcorn's great. But no, where he's coming over tonight.
Slamming it. Did I slam it?
You're like, well, but the popcorn was good.
The popcorn was good. I've seen the documentary. Well, I've seen all the raw footage. Guess what?
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, I know. You were there. But he's coming over tonight. We're gonna have like an old school drinks and mini golf night. We haven't played in a long time. I just wanted to have him have a fun send off. I'm gonna go get a nice bottle of whiskey and.
You guys gonna drink whiskey?
I'm gonna act like this isn't.
Oh wow, you drank all of that.
Did I?
Yeah.
Wow. Since you clearly don't want any of this.
Nah.
I'm just gonna finish it off for you. And thanks,
cheers.
Don. It's gonna be a fun couple fucking months, man. Flashing the fundamentals. Jay Aaron next month. Stay tuned. Flash and the Fundamentals. Two complete opposites solve the world. If you're listening on iTunes, don't forget that you can watch these podcasts by subscribing on our Facebook or YouTube channels.